There's one thing I wanted to bring up. Dusty is in and out for most of 75. He was up in the AWA. Had a tag team with superstar Billy Graham, and they had a feud with Bockwinkel and Stevens and a couple other different various people, the Heenans and all the people with Heenan. But he comes back in September, and he's going to be back in Florida now. This is going to be his home base. I mean, he's working in Atlanta, he's working in Crockett territory, he's working in Watts in Oklahoma. But in September, he comes back here, and there's a tag match I really wish I could have been in West Palm Beach for, which is Dusty and Cyclone Negro against Harley Race and Larry Hennig. And Harley
Yeah,
Race and Larry Hennig is one of the best tag teams of the 60s. And now you got Dusty and Cyclone Negro, two of the 70s guys.
right.
I bet that match tore the house down.
Yeah. You know,
And I know you had a relationship with Cyclone later on.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, Cyclone at the time, he didn't he couldn't get you through his promos or anything. But I mean, as a kid, I respected him as a solid worker. He was like this obviously big, tough looking guy. When I first started going, he was kind of in the mids by the time, and it was him and Omar working Kirby and JJ Dillon for those are my primary memories of him when I went, including my first show. So he wasn't really, he was on top, 74, 75 down here, and they just downgraded him to mid-card tag right when I came in. So that was my impression of him. He did resurrect his tough guy image because he was a legit world-class tough guy boxer, humongous star down in the Caribbean, which I had no idea of until I read Ian Douglas's great book on the history of wrestling in the Caribbean. But at the time, he was kind of a mid-card guy, and he just struck me as a tough guy. And what I liked about him was when he would break out his brass knucks gimmick and have those matches because I like blood and I like gimmick matches. So, but at the time, other than that, he was primarily working with his brother mid-card against the superstars, Kirby and Dylan, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Cyclone Negro and Killer Carl Cox in a brass knuckles match.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.